What's up, fam? Running a little bit late here today, but appreciate you guys jumping into the stream. Hope you guys are great, having a great. What are we? Goddamn, we're in week 12. Holy shit! With final playoff push here, man. Before we start getting crazy, right? Anyways, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. A little bit quiet on the front for your boy here because people in my household were a little bit sick, but that's okay. It's a different world nowadays. You guys remember back then, before COVID and everything? It's like. You have Thanksgiving no matter what. It didn't matter how you could be sick as a dog. Sick as a dog. You're having Thanksgiving, you know? And it's like nowadays it's just like, I don't know. It's like, man, I had like my two kids, they were both sick, you know? And we didn't feel comfortable. We didn't want to get anybody else sick. So it's like we couldn't partake in Thanksgiving, you know? So it was kind of weird. Anyways, but I hope no one else had that situation. Anyways, we're here to talk fantasy football, man. If you've got questions, throw them into the chats, man. And you guys know me, man. I'll do my best to get to damn near every question here. And of course, I am running just a touch late, so that's okay, man. We'll get it going. Anyways, Eric Zubert, good morning to you, pal. Hey, you know what? That's the thing. If you're new here, would be awesome if you guys would like and subscribe to the channel. I do this, you know, not for any particular reason. You know, it's not like there's like a million people jumping onto the stream, as you guys can tell, man. But, you know, hey, listen, I do it for the fans, and I do it for the people out there to just kind of, you know, share a little bit of fantasy info and have fun. Let's have a little bit of fun, shall we? All right, let's do this. All right. Oh, there's no question? You just want to say thank you? Dude, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, dude. Gangrene, what's up, dude? Oh, you have no idea, man. When we did this Ghost Hunters deal, and we came up with that line, we just couldn't. It took us about 3 takes, man, because that joke right there got me going, dude. I don't know what the hell it was. But yeah, that was funny, dude. That was great. I appreciate that you appreciate the skit, man. All right, so here we go. You need one for the flex spot in PPR. Christian Watson, no. Go ahead and take him out. Hollywood Brown's interesting, and Paris Campbell I have as a sleeper here. I know Christian Watson has been absolutely just, I mean, hot sauce, dude. You know what I'm saying? Spicy. 5 touchdowns in his last 2 games, but I think it just comes all to a screeching halt this week. They take on Philadelphia, and Philadelphia, they just... James Bradbury, Darius Slay. I mean, the thing is, man, like my work with, our work with reception perception, Watson's not like a great separator right now. He's really raw, still developing. I love his overall athleticism. You talk about that size and speed combination, a lot to get excited about in the future. And obviously, he's been on a hot streak, like crazy hot streak, 5 touchdowns last 2 games. But man, against Philadelphia, man, I don't see it happening. They're extremely tough against outside wide receivers, and I just don't see it happening this week. So I think you could take him out. And I know it sounds weird, but I kind of sort of like Paris Campbell of that group. If you want a stat, I got one here for you. Just bear with me here. Paris Campbell. All right, so I've got him as one of my top sleepers this week. Pittsburgh allows the 4th most fantasy points per game to slot receivers. That's where Paris Campbell has been lining up as of late and over his last 6 games. Okay, it's a pretty large sample size now. Paris Campbell is a huge part of the passing game. He's averaging 7.5 targets per game, and as a matter of fact, over his last 6 games, he's averaging double-digit PPR points. So, I will, and as you guys know, I always talk about floor versus ceiling. I think your floor play is Paris Campbell. Your ceiling play, I think, is actually Hollywood Brown. I know he's going to be on a little bit of a pitch count there, but I do like Hollywood Brown this week as well. But I would say I kind of like Paris Campbell. Pittsburgh secondaries, dude, they're bad, bro. They are real bad. So no, I'll go ahead and take Paris Campbell there. And I feel like that's a little contrarian because people love Christian Watson right now, but that's cool. Anthony Russell, man, hey, good to see you, pal. Appreciate you guys jumping into the stream. All right. Ghost Hunters, you guys like that? Dude, we had a lot of fun filming that for sure. All right, you're stuck between Alan Lazard, who I like, Damian Pierce, and the flex. Ooh, this one's tough. Yeah, Lazard's been targeted heavily in recent weeks. You know what I'm saying? And here we go. Alan Lazard plays about 40% of his snaps in the slot, right? Which is important because he gets away from those outside corners in James Bradbury and Darius Slay, right? And the Eagles, as a matter of fact, have been a little vulnerable to slot guys. They allow the 5th most completions per game to inside wide receivers and the 8th most fantasy points per game to inside wide receivers. Lazard's been, as you mentioned, 11 targets in his last game, right? Over his last 7 games, he's been loaded up with targets. 8.1 targets per game over his last 7, 4.6 receptions, 63 yards per game over his last 7. Again, so just based off of that, he's averaging double-digit PPR points per game over his last 7. And Philadelphia has been giving up a lot of production to inside wide receivers. Now, I get it. You know, Lazard's a little 60-40 dude. But I don't know. I'm trusting him here because I don't think those outside guys are going to be able to get open, to be honest with you. And Pierce, dude, I don't like Pierce very much at all this week. Look, Miami's been tough against the run, dude. They give up 3.72 yards per carry to running backs. That's the 3rd best mark in the NFL. And look, Pierce has been on a run, like, you know, pun fully intended, but he's been playing really well, right? Here's the problem. I look at the overall like atmosphere surrounding Damian Pierce, right? And look, what are we looking at? We're looking at a below average offensive line. We're looking at one of the worst offenses in the league. They score the 3rd fewest points per game in the NFL. And they are constantly in negative game scripts. They're a double-digit dog today to Miami. So bad game script, not a great O-line, and just overall a bad offense. Then you take into consideration the vibes surrounding Houston right now. And I feel like after that failed Brandon Cooks trade attempt, it's just the whole vibe of the team has just come way down, right? So Pierce, as we saw this is what we saw last week, right? 10 carries, 8 yards for Damian Pierce, who, again, was facing a Washington front that's really good against the run. Miami really good against the run. So if I had that choice, I'm feeling like I could get better floor and upside from Alan Lazard. And I know people don't want to hear that because they love Damian Pierce. And I like him too. I love him too, man. Like, he's a great young player. I don't like the vibes on the team. And you look at the matchup, it's a bad matchup. And we saw Damian Pierce struggle last week, man. Go ahead and give me Alan Lazard, dude. All right, RJ, what's going on, man? Good morning to you. You know what's funny? Is GM like a new thing? Because, like, I don't recall ever seeing that before this year. And now everyone's using GM, so it's all good. All right. Rashad White was a part of the Salem sleeper trials. Oh man, some of the best lines in there, man. We ad-lib those bad boys, dude. You know, it's like we're on set and we're just like on set, like it's like so official. It's like the empty offices here at DirecTV. But no, like the TB tuberculosis line, we came up with that. That was ad-libbed. This the Salem sleeper trials, that was ad-libbed. So no, that was cool, man. Anyways, Rashad White over Kamara. Oh, you have a very deep team, dude. Rashad White, Alvin Kamara, Rashad Stevenson, and Derrick Henry. I mean, you know, I would play. This is a super bold call. I'll go ahead and play Rashad White over Alvin Kamara. And let me just say this. I don't feel great about it. I've got Alvin Kamara. I also have Rashad White because in this preseason, I was telling everyone and their moms to go draft Rashad White. Hey, if you don't believe me, go check out my YouTube videos, okay? In the preseason, I'm telling people to go and draft Rashad White, okay? I love this kid coming out of Arizona State. Anyways, bold call, but yes, Rashad White has an awesome matchup against Cleveland. Cleveland, one of the worst run defenses in the NFL. Meanwhile, Alvin Kamara, brutal matchup brutal matchup against San Francisco. San Francisco, of course, one of the best, and you could argue they are the best run defense in the NFL. They allow, what is it? They allow the second fewest fantasy points per game to the running back position. They allow 3.25 yards per carry to running backs as well. 3.25. That's the best in the NFL. Best in the NFL. San Francisco allows the fewest total yards per game to the position as well. So if you're looking for receiving help, which is what Alvin Kamara should do, hasn't really been there either. And I'll say this, the weird thing about what the Saints are doing with Alvin Kamara, they've de-emphasized him in the passing game, which I don't get. And maybe it's because Jarvis Landry came back, so they've got somebody to line up as an inside, slot receiver. But I guess I just don't understand. Over the last 3 games, Alvin Kamara's averaged just 4.3 targets per game. Now, for most running backs, that's pretty good. That's not good enough for Alvin Kamara. You know what I mean? In his first 6 games played, Alvin Kamara averaged 7.5 targets per contest. So he's going from 7.5 to 4.3 targets per game over his last 3 games. So, and this is an offense that, let's be real, has been struggling. So I guess I don't really understand the Saints' thought process to get Alvin Kamara the ball less out of the backfield when clearly that's one of the things that he does that makes him special. He's a great runner. Don't get me wrong. I freaking love Alvin Kamara as a runner. But what makes him special is the fact that he can catch the ball out of the backfield and do some serious damage. So hopefully they figure that out. I think San Francisco is going to put up a big number. They are pretty heavily favored, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they are. Almost 10-point favorite today against New Orleans. So they're going to have to play a little bit of catch-up mode. Alvin Kamara could get some cheap PPR production. Overall, I like the matchup better for Rachaad White. Alvin Kamara, obviously, with one of the worst matchups on the board. So a little bit of a bold call here, but I will say you could play Rachaad White over Kamara, and I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. In my big old $1,000 league, man, I've got Alvin Kamara, and I'm hoping I'm wrong. Let me tell you, I'm hoping I am wrong. Oh, my God, dude. I need a win so bad in that league. I'll tell you what, in that league, it's a 14-team auction league, and I've got a great team. I'm like second in points, but struggling right now. I'm in 5th place. The top 6 go to the playoffs. I've got the second most points, but I'm in 5th place, and if I lose this week, man, I'm in trouble. Anyways, all right, we'll move on. Cabs Telecom, what's going on, dude? Happy Thanksgiving to you, pal. Thoughts on Demarcus Robinson today and going forward? Demarcus Robinson, okay, that's a deep one. Obviously, I had Demarcus Robinson as a deep sleeper last week, and can I do one of these? Can I do one of these, man? Like I said, hey, he's got a great matchup on the board, and the dude came through with 9 receptions, and I think it was like 120 yards or something, but something really, really good. All right, hold on. Let me look this up, dude. Okay. Baltimore, they are taking on Jacksonville. Jacksonville against outside wide receivers. It's a mixed bag of matchups there, man. I would say it's a neutral matchup. Against outside wide receivers. That's why I didn't write about it. They allow a 54% completion rate to outside wide receivers. That's 4th best. That's really, really good. But they also allow almost 100 yards per game to outside wide receivers. That's slightly below league average. And what I mean slightly below, it's like a better matchup, right? So like a better matchup on the outside against Baltimore. But I view it as a neutral matchup, and that's why I didn't write about Demarcus Robinson. I think he's fine. I think he's an okay player. I think he's not but he's going to have a role, right? He's going to be an outside wide receiver for Baltimore, but I think in today's game, I'm not really trusting it, and I think he's going to continue to be a little bit of a boom or bust player. Probably we'll see. I mean, look, the way the offense is geared, like he's probably going to see 5 or 6 targets today. Won't see the 9 targets that he saw last week, but probably 5 or 6 this week. Probably convert on about 3 or 4 catches. And if I had to guess, probably like 45 to 55 yards. So if I'm just like doing the projections, right, it's like, let's say like 50 yards and like, I'll say 55 yards in like four grabs. So you need a touchdown for him to get over. Otherwise, he's giving you a solid game, not a great game though, like 9.5. But again, I'm assuming that if you're playing Demarcus Robinson, you're not like expecting him to get 12, 13, 15 points every week. At least I hope. At least I hope you're not, dude. It's Demarcus Robinson, bro. So yeah, I would probably expect like anywhere between like, I don't know, like 7 to 10. And I think you could pretty much get that in neutral matchups each and every week moving forward with Demarcus Robinson, man. By the way, again, if y'all are new here, just do me a solid, man, and just subscribe to the channel. That's all I ask. Anyway, so that's all we're doing. Okay, Dylan, what's going on, dude? Happy Thanksgiving to you, pal. Should you start Tom Brady? Start Tom Brady. Well, actually, hold on. Let me take that back because the weather is actually a little bit of a concern. I had Tom Brady as one of my top stacks this week with Chris Godwin, actually. But the weather is spooking me a little bit. I don't have the time. If y'all could look this up, like what is the weather right now in Cleveland? I don't know, but it was supposed to be super rainy and super windy. And you really got to go to like weather.com or something to look it up. You can't just look it up on Google because it's like supposed to be like 15 mile per hour winds up to 25. So like it could be super gusty, which is, again, for football purposes, not ideal. I'm a little bit worried that Tampa Bay may be, I don't know, priced into like running the ball because you can against Cleveland. Cleveland, you could run it all day, So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about Tom Brady. Obviously, Tom Brady's not been great in fantasy football either. So, but that being said, do I trust Kyler Murray? No, absolutely not. Hamstring injury. What makes Kyler Murray special? What makes Kyler Murray special is the fact that he runs, right? Is he going to run today? Is he? I don't know. I think he's going to be more of a pocket passer, to be honest with you. Look, with whatever sample size we have of Kyler Murray, I think it's fair to say he does a great job of protecting himself, right? Like he goes down early, doesn't look for those extra. He's like 5'7" and okay, I'm exaggerating. I don't know. He's like, what is he, like 5'10", like, barely 200 pounds? Like, no, the guy's smart. Like, he knows, like, I'm not about to go get blasted full speed by some strong safety coming down and, like, looking to, like, lay me out. Nah, hell no. He does a good job protecting himself. So, what does that mean? I'm just saying, if he's got a bad hammy, is he going to run? I just don't know if he is. So, no, I don't really trust it. I would say if you're looking for a floor play, I think you could play Tom Brady, but if you need that upside, like let's say you're down, like you're like me, you're down 50 goddamn points right now after Thanksgiving, you need some points, man. If you need points, I'm okay going with Kyler Murray there as well, man. So because the Chargers too, it's not like they're okay against the pass, but they're not, they're about league average, dude. Yeah, I mean. League average. They're literally 16th in fantasy points per game allowed to quarterbacks, right? So literally just league average. That's where the Chargers are. So it's a decent matchup, but it's not great. And then Cleveland, meanwhile, also about league average against the pass. They've allowed the 14th most fantasy points, or the 14th fewest fantasy point. They're about average. They're about league average when it comes to defending against fantasy quarterbacks. I think Tom Brady might be your safety bet there. But yeah, again, if you're chasing those points, man, go ahead and go Kyler. Plus, too, by the way, Rondale Moore and Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch, I guess, isn't officially out, but Rondale is officially out. No Zach Ertz, who I still like. Trey McBride. I think he's got the goods. But we're talking about a new cast of people coming in, right? Like Dortch might not play, Rondale's out, Zach Ertz is out, and Kyler's been out, right? So it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of figure out the chemistry between the guys, we'll see. Anyways, I would again. I'm talking myself into Tom Brady pretty hard here, but I truly do mean this though. Like, if you need the upside, go get Kyler. And again, that weather, man, that concerns me just a touch, man. So there you go. Eric Zuber, you do have a start sit question. Great. David Montgomery or Pacheco? Give me Pacheco. Give me Pacheco. Give me Pacheco. I think I did write something about David Montgomery. I did. I write about a lot of dudes, so sometimes I forget. And again, by the way, if you guys are like, oh, where do you write? I write from my own website. Okay, I co-own receptionperception.com. We're having a big old Black Friday sale. If you go to the website, again, receptionperception.com, 25% off on a subscription. The lowest subscription is $20. I promise you it's worth it. So, I mean, what do you get now there with? So $15, $15 for the year. That's not bad. It's like, what is that? Like a buck 10, a buck 10 a month? Come on, dude. I write this weekly column each and every week, and it's got loads and loads and loads of my matchup data on there, man. I think it's pretty useful. I've had people tell me it's pretty useful as well. So hopefully, if you guys do subscribe, that would be cool. All right, so the Jets. Obviously, the Jets are really, really good. Chicago Bears, no Justin Fields, are really, really bad. Bad game script. Offensive line, not good. Probably one of the worst, one of the 5 worst in the NFL. And David Montgomery, I do have as a fade. I look at his 21-point game last week as an outlier. He's averaging 8.1 PPR points per game in his last 5 games from week 6 to week 10. So yeah, I would go ahead and sit him down. The Jets, since week number 6, have limited running backs to 3.63 yards per carry. And as we know, David Montgomery, one of the most inefficient running backs in the league, 3.79 yards per carry average on the season, well below league average is David Montgomery. Why they keep giving him touches, I am not that sure. It's one of the more confounding backfield splits in the NFL in my mind. RIP to Darrell Henderson. I always think about confounding running back situations, and my mind goes to the Rams. And like, you cut your best running back, dude. What the? Anyways, whatever. I'm a Darrell Henderson truther. I think he can play. Anyways, whatever. I said, you know what? I said the exact same thing about D'Onta Foreman. Everyone said, this guy can't play. He can't play. I love D'Onta Foreman coming out of school. And you know what? I'm glad that after all these damn years, your boy's right. Because D'Onta Foreman can freaking play. Anyways, all right. Give me Pacheco. Great game script. Pacheco, the Kansas City Chiefs, great offense, and people are going to say, oh, what about Ronald Jones? Bro, if they liked Ronald Jones, they would have freaking activated Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones has been inactive for 11 weeks or whatever it is. No, go ahead and give me Pacheco and a great game script. They're going to be favored by 10. They're going to probably be up by 14, 21 points. Pacheco's going to get some serious downhill carries in the second half. And, dude, to be honest with you, the Rams, they look dead. And I know the matchup's not great. The Rams have been really good against the run. But, dude, this team looks dead. They look absolutely dead in the dirt. I think Pacheco actually gets off today. Has a pretty good game. All right, TR Diaz, what's up, man? Full flex PPR. Rashad White, Dameon Pierce, Najee Harris. Must win. You need 1 or you need 2. I'll rank them. Doesn't matter. Go ahead and give me Rashad White 1, Najee Harris 2, Dameon Pierce 3. Thomas Leos, Dulcich or Ingram? Evan Ingram, full PPR. Ooh. They both have neutral matchups, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least in my mind they do. You know what? I will go to over-under on this one. Like, what's the estimated over-unders? Hold on. Let's go to the spreads. And again, your boy makes these, like, stupid skits where I'm acting like an absolute dumbass. But in the meantime, I've got a lot of spreadsheets open as well. Like, trust me, your boy's doing the work. Okay? I just don't, I'm just not sitting here trying to tell you I'm a big data guy, because I'm not. I'll leave that up to the people who say they are data guys. But that's not me. At least that's not who I present myself to be, anyways. But I do the work. Let me tell you, I do the work. Okay. All right, hold on. Dulcich, Denver, taking on Carolina. That over-under is 35. Oh, golly. That's not good. What's the Jacksonville over-under? Jacksonville over-under. Hold on. Where are we at? Jacksonville. Oh, that's 43.5. Give me Evan Ingram. And you're saying, well, why would you do that? Because I think the matchups are pretty neutral for both. And when it comes to players like this, I look at it's all about touchdowns, dude. So what guy is going to be more exposed to touchdowns? I think Ingram's going to be more exposed to touchdowns. So I'll go Evan Ingram there. Dulcich, dude, by the way, next year, like there's like two players that I really like. Dulcich will be one, and Trey McBride will be the other one. They both look like they've got the goods. By the way, do I got any Cowboy fans in the chats? Because, dude, I'm telling you, this kid, Jake Ferguson in Dallas, like, what's the deal? He needs more playing time, dude. He looks like a baby Mark Andrews out there. Like, what is going on? I love Jake Ferguson. God, I was like blanking on his name for a sec. Anyways, that guy needs more playing time, dude. He's better than Dalton Schultz straight up. Like, just straight up, like, today. Jake Ferguson. Give me Jake Ferguson over Dalton Schultz, man. I'm running out of time, y'all. So I got to rip through some of these, okay? Marco Tucci. This got to be your first time? I didn't see no Marco Tucci in the chats, bro. If it's your first time, dude, welcome, man. I appreciate you jumping on, man. Trevor Lawrence, Derek Carr with Fields out. Jeez, really? I will tentatively say Trevor Lawrence in this one. Seattle's pass defense is actually really good overall, and I think Trevor Lawrence against Baltimore has a little bit more of a chance. Plus, playing at home has a little bit more of a chance to open it up. So give me Trevor Lawrence. I don't feel great about it though. Both those guys are very volatile. Siciliano, what's going on, man? You're in shambles this week because of Mixon, but you need an RB2 out of Eli Mitchell, Cordero, and J-Rob, like James Robinson. We're not playing James Robinson, dude. I don't know. I mean, unless if you know something about James Robinson, I don't, but I don't see it there. Eli Mitchell is an interesting one. They're going to be again nearly a double-digit favorite against New Orleans. You figure the running game will get some work there. Eli Mitchell though only plays about 35% of the snaps. I don't know how you feel about that. Cordero plays about 50%. It's an awful matchup. Washington is so good against the run, and I think I've got Cordero down as a fade. Hold on. Let me look. Cordero Patterson. Yep. Love the player. Hate the situation. I've got him as a fade. Patterson has not really reestablished himself as the dominant starter. He's been 50-50 with Tyler Algier. And, dude, honestly, 50-50 on a good day, dude. The team has worked in 3, sometimes 4 running backs, and Washington has allowed the 4th fewest fantasy points per game to the running back position. 4.0 yards per carry. That's the 7th best in the NFL. Also, this is what's problematic, especially for Cordero Patterson. The Commanders have allowed the 2nd fewest receptions and second fewest receiving yards per game to the running back position. So that's tough. Okay, now that being said, I'm looking at your options here. Eli Mitchell, Cords, or J-Rob. I just listed off those numbers, and I'll still go Cordero Patterson among those 3 guys. I do think that Eli Mitchell probably has the best chance at a big play, but it's not like that matchup's that great either against New Orleans. They've been pretty tough too, at least historically. They're a little softer against the run this year, but certainly, historically have been really, really good. So I'll still take Cordero there, dude. I don't like those options, and dude, if it doesn't pan out, I apologize, man, but that's a tough group right there, dude. That's a tough group. Laura and Jim Cooperman. I tell you what, Coopermans, you need to tell me who's asking me the question. Is it Laura or Jim? You know what I'm saying? But no, here we go. You need to start one in the flex. You got Alan Lazard, Deontay Foreman. I'm probably starting Deontay Foreman. Hey, and here's the thing. You're giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dudes. 6 dudes, I got to start 1. Give me a real question, bro. And this is for everyone in the chats, man. Like, give me the real. What's the real question? Who are you really deciding between? You're not deciding between these 5, 6 dudes. There ain't no way. Who are you really deciding between, man? Like, that's what I want to know. Who you really got? But I think D'Onta Foreman's your guy. Carolina, obviously, it's a low scoring game. Supposed to be, anyways. Carolina. What's the over under here? I think I just said it, right? Well, what was the over under? Carolina, Denver, 35 points is the over under there. But Denver can be run on, and yeah, I just like D'Onta Foreman, the player. So I think he gives you the best floor and best upside combination of that group. And probably Lazard is very interesting, but he'll have to get there with touchdowns just straight up. I think Foreman's got a good chance this week. I really like him, dude. Yeah, dude, you got the stream up while you're watching, while you're getting ready for Canada, Croatia. Let's go. Who are we going for in that one? Who are we pulling for? Zubert? I really can't tell. Are you Canadian, bro? Let's go. Or are you just a fan of soccer in general? All right, Matthew, do you or no? What's up? Demarcus Robinson, Gus, or Kyron Williams, half-point PPR? Demarcus Robinson for the floor, Kyron Williams if you want a little upside. All right. I think I talked about both guys throughout this stream, so won't get into too much detail there. Jim Taylor, what's up, man? Good to see you. I want to say this is your first time in the stream, too. By the way, if it is your first time, hit me with a subscribe, man. I'd appreciate it. Your boy would like that, Wouldn't be bad. Gets me motivated to do more of these streams, man, because, again, I just do these streams for fun and just to kind of, like, fan service, to just kind of, like, whatever, chat fantasy football with the people out there. Dude, what the hell, why not? All right, you got to start 2. Like I said, horrible matchup for Patterson. You want to start Pacheco and start Samaje Perine. Yeah, this one's easy, actually. Pacheco and Perine for me, dude. All right, cool. Eric Super, start sit number 2. Cole Kmet or Conklin? Come on, man. Flip a coin, dude. Come on. There's nothing here. There's absolutely nothing here. Cole Kmet working with God knows who at quarterback, and Conklin's in a tight end split with CJ Uzoma. Like, flip a coin. If you really want, go Conklin. I mean, at least, at the very least, Mike White's going to throw a bunch of tight end targets. So, I don't know. Go ahead and give me Conklin, I guess. RJ Zay, what up, kid? Hope all is well. All is well. A little stressed about work, but that's okay. Oh, who's not? Who's not? I got, people got bigger things to be worried about, dude. Jimmy G or Lawrence? Oh, Jimmy G. Yeah. Cast of characters great. And he's playing like he don't give up. He don't give up. You know what I mean? Like, he don't care, dude. Like, I love it. Jimmy G's, this is the best football he's played in years, dude. Nah, give me Jimmy G, 100%. I'm down. My favorite streamer this week is Jimmy G against New Orleans. Deep dive stats about Trevor Siemian. No, I do not, nor do I care. Same question for Mike White. Yeah, Mike White loves throwing to running backs. He actually threw to running backs at twice the league average. So that's why I'm saying the running backs there, Michael Carter, not the running backs, but Michael Carter there for the Jets is an absolute must start today. Okay. We're getting through it. Oh, my God. I got to go soon. Clark Schuyler. What's up, man? Good to see you, Clark. In PPR, would you go Latavius? Dude, you have been watching my shit for a long time. Oh, my God. That is a callback to NFL Network, my guy. That's 5-6 years ago, dog. All right. Would I go Latavius or Sanders? Oh, Miles Sanders. Yeah, you're going Miles Sanders, dude. Oh, not even a question. You're going Miles Sanders against Green Bay, dude. Devondre Campbell also down for Green Bay as well. Nah, dude. Green Bay can't stop the run. Miles Sanders is going to get some work, dude. 100%. Pablo Martinez, what's up, man? Good to see you this morning. You've got Fields, so that sucks. Is it crazy to play Josh Palmer over Kenny Pickett in a half PPR super flex league? 6 points. Dude, when was the last time Kenny Pickett threw a goddamn touchdown, dude, for reals? Like, I'm kidding, because he threw one last week. Did he throw 2 last week? to his boy Pickens. I don't know. Either way, but he doesn't have a lot of touchdowns on the season, dude. Half point PPR. That's the other thing too. It's half point PPR. Mike Williams is down for the Chargers. Josh Palmer probably going to kick outside and be their starting X, which last week we saw is a good spot for him. So long as Keenan Allen plays, draws that coverage down with him. Josh Palmer's looking at a lot of one-on-one coverage on the outside, right? 6 points per pass touchdown, and I'm assuming 4 points for a receiving rushing touchdown, right? And it's half PPR. Dude, you still got to go Kenny Pickett. I don't know, man. You're leaving too much upside on the table, dude. You know? The Colts have been tough against the pass, though, that's true. I'll look this up real quick. Against fantasy quarterbacks, Colts have given up. Oh, actually, they're slightly below league average. They have given up, how many touchdowns have they given up? Total touchdowns, they've given up 17. I'll ignore the rushing touchdowns. They've given up 13 passing touchdowns. 13 passing touchdowns. Where does that rank? Well, total touchdowns per game, they're about league average, slightly better than league average. And Kenny Pickett has struggled throwing touchdowns, so I don't know. But, man, you are leaving too much. I'm tripping. So 6 points for a passing touchdown, so obviously 6 points for a rushing receiving touchdown as well. Why the hell did I say 4? Why did I say 4? Dude, my brain's not working this morning. But yeah, it doesn't matter. If it's 6 points passing touchdown, dude, you're leaving too much upside on the table, dude. I still go Pickett there. I understand. I definitely understand why you're thinking that, though, because Palmer had an explosion game last week. I don't see an explosion game this week, though. All right, so there you go. Strong Style, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. You got to play Everett. I don't care. Got to play Everett. Awesome matchup against Arizona. Arizona's given up the most yards, receptions, yards per target, highest completion rate, to second most fantasy points per game to tight end. Like, nah, Everett is an absolute. Gerald Everett's a must start. Rob Royds, what's up, man? Good morning. Jets DST or KC DST? Jets. Oh, not even. Oh, dude, they're playing Chicago with no Fields. Oh, yeah, Jets all the way. Come on now. Tua or Burrow? This one's a tough one for me. Did you guys know that since week 3, Joe Burrow is the quarterback 2 in per game scoring? Only Patrick Mahomes has scored more fantasy points per game than Joe Burrow since week number 3. That, to me, blew my mind. All right. Tua or Burrow? Tua, I'm a little bit worried that they will get out to a big lead and they just run that ball out. Burrow, I think, is going to be in a little bit more of a competitive game. Tennessee's secondary absolutely sucks. So go ahead and give me Joe Burrow there. I don't feel great about it because we know that Tua's got like 5-6 touchdown upside. But you know what? Screw it. I'm going Joe Burrow there. Paul DeSantis, salute, man. Appreciate you jumping to the stream, dude. Half PPR, Higbee or Njoku? I will say Higbee for the floor. They've got no pass catchers out there. You figure Higbee's going to have to do some work. Njoku's still working with that ankle, but no, it's not an ankle. It's a calf. I think it's a calf injury for Njoku. Anyways, doesn't matter. He's banged up. I think he comes back though. I think he has a good game this week, and if you want like the highest ceiling, it's definitely Njoku. Definitely Njoku. Pretty good matchup too, as well against Tampa Bay, by the way. So, you know what? Screw it, man. Come on, be an ape with me, dude. Let's go Njoku. Let's go Njoku here. Even though I think that Higbee's got a better floor, I'm going to go ahead and say Njoku because I want you to have the most points possible, and I think David Njoku gives you that ceiling. All right. Michael DeGangi, you're worried about Jacobs. Yeah, he popped up late with that injury late in the week there. PPR, Tyler Boyd, who's done like nothing. Wait for Jacobs. Or start Jacobs and Pacheco. Hey, listen, if you've got Pacheco in the wings, just wait. Just wait for Jacobs and see what's going on there. Brendan. Dude, I got to go. Okay. You need one for the flex spot. James Conner or Jeff Wilson? Jeff Wilson, absolute smash spot. You got to play Jeff Wilson. I don't care who's out there. Jeff Wilson has legitimate top 5 upside at running back this week, dude. Houston is bloody awful against the run. They're the worst team. They're one of the worst teams in the NFL, dude. And Jeff Wilson's been explosive, dude. The guy's averaging more than 100 scrimmage yards per game in his 2 games with Miami. Nah, man, give me Jeff Wilson Jr., dude. I think he's got real potential to be a top 5 running back today, and you have to start him. Allen Ernest, full PPR. You need one. White or Aaron Jones? Why can't my brain's not working? White? I can only think of Mike White. Jaleel White. Who? Who are we talking about? Why can I not think of this? Aaron Jones at running back. I can't think of who the hell you're talking about, dude. My brain's not working, dude. I apologize. Full names and matchups would help me considerably. I didn't even get a game there. White or Aaron Jones? Like, why can I not think of this? Dude, my brain's not working, dude. Yo, mama, what's up, man? Good to see you. Cordero versus Washington or James Robinson. See, this is the way you ask a question right here, dude. At least I get matchups here, man. Damian Pierce versus Miami. Pierce is a no-go. If I'm ranking them, I'm going. Oh my God! If I'm ranking, I'm going Patterson. Well, I'm going Patterson, Pierce, James Robinson. If I'm still ranking. But dude, that's a tough one, man. I'm yeah. A lot of folks thinking about James Robinson today. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Oh, you just need one. Yeah, I go. It's full PPR. Yeah, I'll still go Patterson there, dude. I'll go Patterson there. Pierce doesn't get a lot of work out of the passing game, man. Scott McClellar. Sorry, butchering your name there. McClellar. That's a tongue twister, dog. Scott McClellar. Okay, you're leaning Hollywood at wide receiver 2. Do you go Hollywood over Cooks? I'm assuming Brandon Cooks and over Pickens. Pickens has a brutal matchup. Indianapolis has been really tough. Indianapolis against outside wide receivers. Are you ready for this, dude? They've allowed the 4th fewest fantasy points per game. They've allowed the 4th fewest completions per game. They've allowed the 6th fewest yards per game to outside wide receivers, and obviously Pickens exclusively an outside wide receiver there for Pittsburgh. I go Hollywood. I mean, pitch count worries me a little bit. I don't know. I'm a little bit, yeah. I'll go Hollywood there, man. But I don't. The injury does worry me there. But yeah, I'll still go Hollywood, man. Ugh. Don't love it, though. Okay, Chuck Keefe, what's going on? Dude, I'm so late. Oh, my God. Cooks or Lazard? Lazard. Deontay Foreman or Gibson? Oh, I will go. Oh, man, Gibson's got a good matchup, dude. I'll go Deontay Foreman for the volume. Man, these are some tough questions, y'all. Chuck, I apologize. That's a tough one, bro. But I'm definitely going Lazard over Cooks for sure. And then I'll go Deontay Foreman over Antonio Gibson as well. Yeah. All right. Allen Ernest, full PPR, pick one between Pickens, Burks, or Hollywood. Traylon Burks is interesting to me. Big game last week, right? 7 catches, I think, what do you have, 111? Receiving. It was best game, obviously, by far, as a pro. But, man. This one's tough. This one is tough, not going to lie. Oh, man. Y'all put me through the ringer, boy. Cincinnati actually has been tough on outside wide receivers, too, despite the fact that Chidi Awuzie hit the IR, man. Even with him, benched up, like, still been tough on outside wide receivers, but you know what? Screw it, dude. Let me just go ahead. Give me the young guy. I'll go Burks. Pickens is young too, so what the hell am I talking about? But Pickens has a brutal matchup. Don't like it at all. Even though Kenny Pickett has, shown a lot of chemistry with Pickens, I'm not trusting that one at all. Justin Fields might be throwing, but so is practice squad quarterback Nathan Peterman. Everyone thinks that, JF1 is going to be not playing today. We're assuming that because of the shoulder. But he's taking some warm-up passes. That's interesting. Anyways, okay, I'll go Traylon Burks here. I'll go Traylon Burks, dude. Ken Tran, what's up, man? Pacheco or Rashad White? Oh, don't do this to me. Not my two babies. I love both these guys in the preseason, dude. I will go Rashad White. Too good of a matchup. Way too good of a matchup. And Andy Reid, I love Andy Reid, but he plays games at running back, dude. You know what I'm saying? So I will say Rashad White. Plus, they don't throw to Pacheco. I'm assuming you play in PPR because everyone plays in PPR. So I would go Rashad White. Oh my God, the guy who was asking me about White. Yeah, it's Rashad White. Duh. Oh my God, my brain. What is my deal? Okay, here we go. Yeah, sorry, dude. Rashad White. I'm an idiot. No, you don't need to apologize. I need to apologize. Well, I'm an idiot. Rashad White or Aaron Jones, full PPR. Rashad White. That's how confident I am. Aaron Jones is a great player. Obviously they've got a good matchup too because they're going to play a little bit of bully ball. Try to anyways against Philadelphia, but it's cool, man. I'll go Rashad White there. But again, dude, let me just say, that's a bold take. Yeah, that's a bold take. I think most fantasy analysts would tell you to play Aaron Jones. So do with that as you will. But that's how much I'm feeling it with Rashad White today. Aaron Jones for safety. I'll say that. Yeah, that's my caveat. Aaron Jones for safety. Rashad White if you want to chase top 5 upside, man. But Aaron Jones for safety. All right. So yeah. If you want to get crazy with me, let's do Rashad White. But if not, go Aaron Jones, man. Pacheco, ETN. No, I haven't mentioned anything about ETN. Obviously Jacksonville brought on Darrell Henderson, but he's not going to play this week, so it's all good. ETN or Pacheco, I'll still go ETN. I'll still go ETN. Baltimore, they're decent against the run, but it's not like they're not. Before I say any of that, let me. I did write something on ETN, so let me give you some stats on ETN before I just start talking out my ass here. Okay, so ETN's played about 80% of the snaps in the 4 games since week 7, so obviously getting a ton of work in the backfield there. Baltimore has allowed the 5th fewest rushing yards per game and the 8th fewest fantasy points per game, but 4.1 yards per carry allowed. That's about league average, a little bit better than league average. 4.25, I think, is league average. And Baltimore is a little bit more susceptible against the pass. Okay, the Ravens have given up the 5th most receiving yards per game and the 4th most receiving yards. 5th most receptions and the 4th most receiving yards per game to running backs. ETN obviously pretty good out of the backfield there as well. I think he'll get some PPR checkdowns. At least you would hope so. Let's hope Jacksonville did their homework here and figured out that the linebackers there for Baltimore can be beat, okay, out of the backfield. So, so there you go. Anyways, okay. Y'all, I got to go. I apologize, man. Caesar, I'll get this one, and then I got to do it, man. Montgomery, Rashad White, or Jeff Wilson. Oh, come on, dog. Really? Definitely not David Montgomery of that trio. I would probably rank Jeff Wilson, then Rashad White. That's like an impossible one because I love them both. Talal, what's up? Good morning to you. Mooney or Lazard? Lazard. Mooney? No, hell no. Not against the Jets. Against Sauce? No, hell no. Not with Justin Fields, even if he plays with a banged up shoulder, hell no. Give me Lazard. Easy one for sure. Richard Hernandez, what's up, dude? Running back in a flex. Oh, dude. Okay, they're texting me. I gotta go. Running back in a flex. Samaje Perine, yes. So you're definitely playing Samaje. Boyd or Latavius? Give me God dang. Give me Latavius, all right? Anyways, okay, cool. Y'all, I gotta go. I appreciate you guys. If you guys would subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome. I appreciate you guys. If you have more questions, obviously follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, whatever. If you throw shit my way on social media, I'll probably, do a good job of answering you there. Anyways, subscribe to the channel. Watch some of these videos that I put out. They're funny. At least I like to think they are. Anyways, same bet channel, same bet time next week, Sunday morning, 7:30ish on Sunday, every Sunday as I get you ready here for fantasy football, baby. Anyways, I appreciate everyone joining the stream, man, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.